My problem is that I can't live my life using heat all my life on my back. So, constantly I cannot put heat on my back. To feel normal, so what should I do? Please suggest any help. Jazakumullahu khairan. First of all, a proper diagnosis must be made of the exact cause of the back pain. We need a diagnosis. That's where we start. Just like with the question about the eyes. First thing, let's make a diagnosis. What is the exact problem with the eye? And then we go to how we approached it. This is just common sense. No proper diagnosis, no proper treatment. An MRI or CT scan must be done to make the diagnosis. Just doing a regular x-ray of the back will only reveal the conditions of the bones in the spine. It will not tell you about the disc. It will not tell you about the other parts of the back. It will only tell you about the vertebrae. So a back x-ray is somewhat helpful, but it's not diagnostic. To get a diagnosis, you need an MRI or a CT scan. If disc damage is involved, then surgery must be considered. If you've got a herniated disc or a prolapsed disc or deteriorated disc, then actually you really need surgery to get complete relief. Herbal treatments and heat will not cure a herniated or ruptured disc, although it will make the pain go away temporarily. From the description of the severity of the chronic pain, I strongly suspect that this brother has problems with his disc. So I suggest that he get an MRI and go from there, or a CT scan. Now, other forms of Islamic treatment that can be helpful are, of course, hijama. Hijama has been found to be very helpful in the treatment of lower back pain, especially when the disc is swollen. Now, sometimes the disc doesn't, herniate. It doesn't move. It just gets swollen. It just swells up. Now, hijama can make the disc, shrink. It's anti-inflammatory, so it can make it go back down to normal. So if the disc is not slipped out of place, if it's still in place, but it's swollen, hijama can make the swelling go down. But if it's out of place, hijama will only give you temporary relief. And once the hijama is over, then the pain is going to come back. So if you got a herniated disc, a prolapsed disc, or a degenerative disc, you need surgery. The use of a back brace may also be beneficial while walking or sitting for prolonged periods of time. Especially now, even days, people work at computers a lot. Just prolonged sitting can cause back pain. So if he's has a job where he has to sit at a computer a lot, or has an office job, desk job, then use a back brace. That will help support your back and will diminish the back pain. Now, the last email we have is also an email from Alim here in the UAE. This is from another one of my students in the program, of which there were 21 American women that were brought here for 4 weeks, and they were given instruction in various Islamic subjects like fiqh and tajweed, Quran, hadith, Sharia, Islamic medicine, and so forth. They were also taught and trained how to do janazah, the washing of the body for women who pass away. They were trained in the proper janazah ghusl and things that are very practical, especially in the West. There are a lot of people that don't know how to wash bodies. So these 21 sisters from all over America, some of them were Hispanic, some of them were white American, the majority of them were African American, some of them were even from South America, from Puerto Rico, and one was from even Portugal. One sister also was originally from South Africa. So this is an email from one of my other students that I came in from the class. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Bial. Thank you for taking my questions and inquiries. My question is in reference to infertility. How much, if any, of this procedure Islamically is allowed? Artificial insemination. What about surrogate pregnancy, mothers, etc.? Now, I'm going to read this again because this point comes up a lot. This is a very common question. My question is in reference to infertility. How much, if any, of this procedure Islamically is allowed, is halal? Artificial insemination? What about surrogate pregnancy, mothers, etc.? I also would like to invite you to the USA, as we have just received approval to open the first Muslim-owned private nursing school in Indiana, probably the only one in the United States. While we must adhere to the basic state-approved curriculum, our goal is to include Islamic medicine and the principles of Islam in our elective and open it up to any Muslim practitioner, whether or not they are enrolled in our nursing program, and would love to have someone of your experience to perhaps participate as a guest lecturer, inshallah. Sister Khadijah Sharif. Now this sister is a nurse, and she's not just a nurse practitioner, she's an administrative nurse. So she has now gotten approval and is in the process of opening the first Muslim-owned nursing school in all the United States. Very impressive. I was very impressed with her. So let's try to answer the first question first. Number one, regarding fertility, artificial insemination is only allowed Islamically if the sperm and egg is from a husband and wife. Now I'm going to say this 3 times because people don't understand this. Regarding fertility, artificial insemination is only allowed Islamically if the sperm and egg is from a husband and wife. Regarding fertility, artificial insemination is only allowed Islamically, is only halal, is only permissible if the sperm and egg is from a husband and wife, from a married couple. Another woman can carry and deliver the baby. That's not a problem. Another woman can be a surrogate mother. That's not a problem. But the egg must be from the wife. The egg cannot be from the surrogate mother. Because Islamically, if the egg is from the surrogate mother and the sperm is from the father, from the husband, that Islamically, technically, is zina, is adultery by insemination. You know, there's all types of adultery. You know, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said that, you know, if you look at a woman with lust, that's adultery of the eyes. We're just about finished, but hold on. If you smell perfume from a woman and you get aroused, that's adultery of the nose. If you happen to shake a woman's hand, which you should not do, and you get the sensation from shaking her hand, that's adultery of the hands. Now here's another type of adultery. If the sperm of the man is given to the egg of a woman who is not his wife, that's the adultery of artificial insemination, which means artificial insemination, in that case, is haram. Last but not least, regarding the sister's invitation to come to the States, I'll be more than happy to come and give a series of guest lectures on Islamic medicine if I'm invited. Of course, we'll always entertain your questions and comments. We're out of time. Write me at Medicine in Islam, P.O. Box 111, Sharjah